So yeah, today we're gonna talk about Liferay plus wearables, and this is like a really different topic. Like, how does this thing work? How does both things interact with each other? And I know that you probably saw in the agenda that Bruno, admin, was supposed to give the talk. He's like the superstar. If you're like a really old school guy, you probably you know this face. I'm not pretty as him, but I will try to do my best. Here's my Twitter handle. If you want to send any questions, any feedback, just let me know. So yeah, I work for Liferay. It's a really awesome company, and we all love Liferay, right? That's why we're here. And as I said, if you have an Android device, go to this URL, bit.ly/lr-devcon. Okay, this is going to be useful in the end. So today we're going to talk about wearable technology. But you know, the first reaction is probably like, why should I be in this room? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, Liferay doesn't make hardware. Liferay doesn't make anything with wearables. So why should I like listen to this guy in the first point? But if you think about it, like, wearable technology is not a new thing at all. Like, let's start from really the beginning. Uh, like many years ago, like thousands and thousands of years ago, we weren't born with those things like clothes, right? We had a situation where we were feeling cold, and then we realized that hey, we need something to protect us. So then we started to use clothes, and we enhanced this. Like we have this, we needed this. And then like years go by and like we started to use other things to protect our body, like wear things to protect ourselves. In many ways, like in sports, we have like many different clothes and that we use to enhance our performance in many different areas. Same thing for clocks, right? When we invented clocks, it was like on the buildings and you could see the watch and you could see what time was that. But at the same time, wouldn't it be nice to like see right on your pocket and get and see the time? So we started to wear watches, and then it goes to our wrists. Same thing for telephone. Telephone was an object in your house. You had to reach there, get and call someone. And then suddenly we realized that, hey, maybe it's a good idea to have the phone and like walk and talk to other people. Like when this thing happened, like everybody was just crazy. Like, what is this guy doing that? What he's talking about? Like, what he's talking like, just a, it seems like crazy, right? Walking the street with something like in your hand talking to somebody. And now we have things like this, you know, like this Madonna microphone here. So things evolve in really different ways, like glasses. Like we are wearing all the time glasses. So and now we are like putting our things like real attached to our skin. So all the time we are wearing things to improve our performance. So what I want to say is that wearables have a history of success. But the difference is now we have things like internet. With internet, we can do many different stuff. We can like track our activities and save it in the cloud and then consume in many different devices. We can like now we have batteries that are really tiny, batteries that are that last much longer, not as long as we wanted to, but we have much better batteries than we had in the past. Accelerometers are much more expensive, much more cheap than it was in the past. You can put an accelerometer in any device you want. It's like really cheap. So all those things combined, they help us to build wearable technology nowadays. The most recent one is Bluetooth Low Energy. With Bluetooth Low Energy, you can have a seamless interaction between devices and it doesn't consume as much energy as regular Bluetooth. So all those technologies enables one thing, which is like, actually it enables lots of things. One of the things that it enables is devices like this, Fitbit. Those are like things that you wear on your wrist and you can calculate how many steps you did during your whole day. You can like make competitions with your friends. You can track all your activities, like how many miles you run and if your goal was achieved from that day or not. You can even track you can even track what time, oops, sorry guys. You can even track uh, like how many hours you slept during your whole day. So there's so many new devices. The Apple Watch, for example, is another one. With the Apple Watch, it's really different. Like you have those watches that you use, and you can have so many different interactions and interface that we are not used to. The difference is like here you can make actual like you can zoom in and zoom out, and how you build like interfaces for all those devices. And now we have like rounded squares. We are used to build like interfaces for like just rectangle squares for our whole entire life, and now we have rounded squares, rounded interfaces. So there are many, many challenges. Google Glass. Imagine wearing something in your eyes and then enhance your performance in sports and different stuff. You can call your friend, you can like make a hangout, you can record stuff. So there are many things that you can do using all those devices. And you're probably used to those examples like, oh, Apple Watch, Google Glass, but there are some really weird ones. This one's called Nod. It's a ring that you wear uh, in your daily basis, and you can like interact with your TV. So you have many kinds of interactions that you can do just by interacting with your ring. So this is crazy, right? Same thing for like one thing that we always need to do, it's a daily task, is to unlock our phone, right? So there's those guys that they thought, hey, this just sucks. Why are we unlocking our phone all the time? There must be a better and easier way to do that. So they invented this thing called digital tattoo. So you can actually unlock your phone just by putting in this digital tattoo. So it's really, really crazy. So this one is just insane. So you probably be thinking like, oh my God, why all those things are happening right now? You know, there's so many different devices, so many different interactions that we can have, but people are actually using those stuff. There's this guy called Chris Dancy. He's called the most connected guy. He has this thing. And he wears so many devices. Like he has this Lumo back sensor. He has a Galaxy Gear to track his activities. He has a Google Glass. He has a Jawbone Up to track his sleep, how many hours he sleep per day. He has like 2 different phones, an iPhone and a Galaxy. And you may seem like okay, this is just crazy. Like nobody's gonna do this. But actually, what he says about this is
Sometimes, people don't know what to say, so they do that uncomfortable. Are you recording me? Even if I don't have Google Glass on, they'll ask me questions about, why do you wear all that? Or what can you tell me about all that? Yet you wouldn't say that to someone who had an insulin pump, or you wouldn't say that to someone who had a pacemaker. We pathologize tech, just like we used to hurt people who use social media. Now we're doing it to people who use information. Cut this out. You don't need to fetishize me, and you don't need to pathologize me. I am you, just a few years from now.
I am you just a few years from now. This is like really strong quote, but I hope I'm not like that guy in the future. But the truth is, and this is a really nice quote from Peter Drucker, is like what customers buys and considers value is never a product. It's always utility. So for that guy, he lost like 100 pounds of weight because he was tracking his weight. He was doing like lots of exercises. He he was able to sleep better because he was tracking how many hours he was sleeping. So, and that's what customers are looking for. They're looking for ways to enhance their lives. That's how human beings act. We always want something like to make us better in a certain kind of activity. It can be work, can be sports, doesn't matter what it is. But we are buying those stuff because we want to enhance our activities. And like there's so many new objects, so many new products. Pebble is a good example. They put in this Kickstarter campaign, and their goal was to achieve $100,000 on Kickstarter. And they ended up raising $10 million on Kickstarter. This is the second most funded campaign uh, in this website. So it's just insane. People are actually looking into those products and they're thinking about buying it because they see some kind of utility. Those projections for the device market value for this year, 2014, is a market about like $5.1 billion. So it's a really big number that we're talking about. For 2018, the projection is $12.6 billion. So there's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of opportunities in this new market. And like wearables is just a tiny piece of everything. There's this thing that everybody's saying now called Internet of Things that enables you to put like internet in any device you want. And you can put internet in wearable devices, like things that you wear, your wallet, your like all those things that I showed to you. But you can also put internet in things at your home. You can put like many improvements in healthcare and any other industry. People think that this is going to be our future. You're going to wake up and your alarm will tell to all your devices at your house that, hey, it's 7 a.m., you need to wake up, prepare the coffee, like play some music so this guy can wake up, and then he like can interact with like, okay, the windows needs to be open now because it's time to leave home. You can see, oh, well, how is the weather today? How can I'm going to be ready? So you can go to work, do any the things that you need to do, and then after that, you can run, and then you can track all your activities, and it's sent to the cloud, and you can track all those your improvements in the future. If you're in a grocery store, you can buy all the things you want just by like hitting your phone. Your like your your house can actually tell you, hey, you need something, you need to buy this milk. So there's so many crazy things. If you think about this, it's like just insane how this Internet of Things can change our life in the future. But how Liferay fits into all of those things? Like, why is Liferay interested in that in the first point? Or how can we like get into this industry? Or how can we like just like play with this and see how we fit into this whole story? We have a really amazing mobile team spread all over the world. We have Juan Fernandez and Jose Navarro in the Spain office doing crazy things with live screens and everything. We have Bruno Farache here, Vitor Fernandez, Silvio, Josie, and some like new guys in the team doing amazing stuff in the mobile world. And one of the things that we wanted to do is also get into this world, or at least like try something new over there. But our first step to achieve that was to actually make it possible to consume the Liferay services using some kind of SDK. So we built the mobile SDK. It's available for Android and iOS, so you can use and consume all the services using Java or using Objective-C. So this is pretty nice. This was the first step. Everything is online and available on GitHub. It's open source like everything we do. And that made us possible to build other products. One of them, Liferay Sync. So Liferay Sync, like how many of you heard about Liferay Sync or used before? Nice. So it's like our Dropbox solution for enterprise. So you can have all your documents, you can sync it, and if you use before, that was the interface that we are used to see. But we made like lots of improvements. We tried to like, okay, how can we make this better? How can we have a really nice user experience? We really care about that. So we have like many interface studies, user experience studies. We went to the market to see what are the best apps that exist nowadays, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and lots of prototypes, lots of interaction prototypes to see how can we make it better. And the result is it's an open beta that we have now for Liferay Sync. It's much nicer. The user interface is much nicer. The user experience is much nicer, and I really recommend you to check it out. The new Liferay Sync that is about to be released. Um, it's really nice. But okay. So we have the mobile SDK that enables mobile developers to build on top of Liferay and consume the services. We have Liferay Sync, which is an app that people can use and people can like share documents and everything. But again, what about wearables? How we fit into this whole thing? Well, we thought about like playing with it. How can we make something to play with wearables? And the first thing that we noticed that it's really important in this whole environment is push notifications. Like if you're building something for mobile devices, push notifications is probably one of the most important things. And why is that? You don't want to go to Facebook and reload the page to see a notification. You don't want to go to Twitter to see if someone tweeted at you. You want to receive that at the very first moment that this action happens. And probably push notifications was one of the reasons why mobile apps were so popular right now, because it's really easy. You can consume the things like right away. And that's why phones are now attached to your pockets like every day. Like, remember when you lost your phone for one day at your house? Like, you just get crazy. Like, oh my God, I don't have my phone. So we knew that push notifications was probably like the primary pillar to build something for wearables. So we started to create this portlet. It's on master. It's the push notification portlet. It's open source. It's not on the marketplace yet, but we are like doing tests and trying to make sure that it's really nice and really reliable until we put it on the marketplace. But we made this portlet. And again, we went to the market. We went to see how was like the best apps, how they were doing, how they were working. We made some prototypes, we had some ideas, how can we make something with wearables? And the result was the Liferay Alerts app. So if some of you downloaded, so this app is pretty much an app that receives push notifications. It's our case of study to test the push notifications portlet. But we made it in such a way that you can actually like use, like we are using internally in Brazil for a couple months, just to prove like if this works really well. So we made lots of interactions, lots of improvements, and I'm gonna show you how it works. So the first thing we can do, so here I have um, a Moto 360 watch. It's an Android watch. And I also have an Nexus 5 phone, okay? Um, and I know that like live demos are really, really scary because everything, like, like the demo gods, they're like, no, 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 this is not gonna work with you. But we are gonna try it because we are really crazy at Liferay. So let's see if this is gonna work. So here's Liferay 6.2 portal running. Let's log in. And I have the push notification portlet here running on my Liferay portal. Maybe I can send some message like, oh, Germany is awesome. And then let's send it. Okay, seems like I received a notification. So I can go to my phone. So there's a notification here. In here. It's really hard to see it, right? But there's the same notification here, so I can actually click in and open on phone. Let me unlock it. And here it is. Sorry, it's duplicated, little bug, but no worries. So then you can have any notification here. Okay, sending a message is nice, but we can actually make something a little bit better. Maybe we can send an image. Like let's say you wanna like say to all your employees in your company, hey guys, here's the picture of the Liferay DEVCON that everybody went. Um, or you can like send any picture you want. And I picked just a random one, so it's gonna be this one. And let me just send this image. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Okay, have a new notification again. Oops. Sorry, guys. And now I can actually open on phone again. Like this, perfect. So let's open this, my phone. So here it is, some pictures, some random one. I can also, let's say, create a poll, and I can actually make integrations with any existing portlet. I can create a question like, who won the World Cup 2014? Uh, I can create a poll like this. I can put like many choices using the polls portlet like Argentina, um, Spain, Brazil, and let me create this poll. Nice. Oh, oops. Let me create it again. Cool. Let's check it out. So here's the options that I have. I can actually go to the poll and like who won the World Cup? Argentina, Spain, Brazil. There's no Germany. Yeah, perfect. I can vote in Brazil. And now I voted, and you can actually vote with me if you're using the app. And let me sign out here. So here are the actual votes for this poll. So as you can see, you can make like any crazy integration with Liferay you want. It's just like it, like any portlet that you have, you can actually get it and integrate with the push notification portlets and make any different interaction you want. Um, so yeah, you can actually vote from the phone, actually vote from the watch. You can make any interaction with all those devices. So how all those things work? Like we have the push notification portlet. This is our main important part. But we integrated, like you can send links, you can send images, you can send messages, or you can integrate with an existing portlet. And when you send all this information to the push notification portlet, there are two different configurations. One is to send to the Google Cloud Messaging, and another is to send to the Apple push notification services. When you do that, all those like those two services, those servers they send the message to the app using the notification, the native from the phone. We have many new like features that we want to implement. Of course, we want to send notifications right from the app. This is going to be a really nice one that we want to implement. We want to create new types of data that you can send. Like, let's say you want to send a map to show where's the room or where's the venue for a certain event that is going to happen. Um, and of course, we are working in an Apple version for this app. We decided to do this project in such a way that we can prototype and dog food it, like eating our dog food. So we first tried in the Spain Symposium. We created the app. We asked for the attendees to vote. And then we are now here again showing the app to you guys. And our plan is to use it on the company retreat. So like people can say, okay, like the event organizers can send announcements during the event. So this is going to be really nice. We made this in this way so we can prove internally and then show to you guys later on. We don't know if this is going to be like our product that we want to like sell, or if this is going to be like the last version of the product. Maybe this is going to change the whole name. Maybe we want to integrate this with other stuff. And you know, are wearables the next big thing? Is this like the next big industry? Should we like get involved with that and like just jump in this thing? Like, so where are wearables the next big thing? The truth is, we don't care. At Liferay, we truly believe that the best way to predict the future is to invent it. So we are not just waiting for other people to like come with something and we just follow a new trend. We are like experimenting those new technologies and trying to predict the future. So that's it. Thank you so much, and like send feedback about the app or any other questions that you have. I'll be here to answer you. Thank you. Well,